Hello, and welcome back to another episode of Kingdom Maker with me, Mr. Gill. Thank you so much for joining me, and thank you so much for all of your previous views, likes, comments, subscriptions, and all of that jazz. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, people of all ages and everyone in between, today we're going to be talking about mining. Mining the things, all of the things that we need in order to do stuff. So, mining is an option available to you after a certain level. I believe it's level 8 or maybe 9. I don't know. It'll come and you will be happy when you get it. It's not relatively hard to get. You know, you'll find it in the first couple of hours of playing. Basically, what happens is that we can send our armies off to certain areas and they are going to mine one of 3 types of material. Those materials are bronze. We can see a little bronze mine sitting up here. Ruby, there was one just here, and salt, which is somewhere there. Fantastic. And you can see I'm currently mining some of these salts. Now these salt mines are laid over the map in certain areas. They are in the higher level areas, so at least minimum 11 to 12 or 10 plus areas for sure. And you can see there's lots of different people mining there currently at the moment. There are a finite number of mining resources, so basically everybody kind of has to take their turn. That's not obviously what happened. If you saw a recent video I did called Revenge, basically while you are mining here, somebody can attack you. We could literally click here and attack that player to kick them out and hopefully take their spot. We don't necessarily need to do that all the time unless you want to be massively aggressive. There is, enough time. People will eventually leave and you can come back and mine. It is probably a smart thing for you to bookmark some of your the mines just so that you can find them again easier later on. I'm lucky enough and I placed myself here so that I was close to kind of 3 mines, but also in a little bit of an area where I can be hidden. I'm hiding in the corner. Excellent. But effectively, salt, bronze, and ruby. Once we have mined, now mining takes time. You can see if we want to click on here, it can tell us how much is left in this mine. I believe this is reset every day, so every 24 hours. The extraction rate, which is currently 1800 per hour, this can be modified, of course, by using certain types of equipment and all that kind of jazz, and we're going to get to that. And how long it'll take to completely mine out this amount of reserves that is stuck there. We're probably going to be actually starting to mine this one in a second, so let's hope nobody else takes it while we're talking about it. To click on the mine, you literally just click like that and then you will assign your guy. You can see one of my guys is currently mining in Ladguri, and if we wanted to, we could recall him. You can also see here that the mining 1800 per hour and how much they can carry is also highlighted here when you get ready to mine. So this guy can carry 2040. Now, once we have mined those materials, we can then refine them here. If you see here, common materials, if you click on this, this will give us the option to, I think it just says okay, we can refine those materials into materials that can then be used to create equipment or craft equipment. As you can see here, there is a cooldown timer. You can only refine once every 10 hours. I do believe that could be shortened using certain colliers, etc. Now, what is a collier? A collier is a miner. It is a noble role, so it's a type of job that your nobles can have. You can see here captains, merchants, explorers, and all of that kind of jazz. We can also have colliers. How do we get a collier? We get a collier by researching. 1 second, I expected that to be quicker. If we pop into bam, and go to the research, we can see in nobles, the noble area of research, the noble tree of research. Click on it, please. Thank you very much. Scroll down here. Collier is a role that can be opened up. We can have 2 colliers. I was going to research the rest of that. That's fine. But obviously we've researched, so we now have 1 collier role available. Luckily for us, I just had a baby, or I'm just about to have a baby. Chelsea Gill, that's a great name, which is an impressive baby. You are a very impressive baby. So we can actually click on here, and we're going to assign this baby to Collier role, which has already been done, actually. Sorry, I did that when the baby was born. The traits we have currently, which is the inherited trait, which is aggressive. We cannot change or re-roll this trait. The other 2 ones we can roll. Currently, they're actually kind of nice, and I kind of like them. So we've got Fixated Ruby 2, which gives a 5% load protection for Ruby and a 10% mining rate, so that's going to increase how fast we can mine the rubies. And then the second one is the Fixated Sapphire, which gives a 5% mining rate for Sapphire. Now, we don't have Sapphires yet, or the access to Sapphires yet, so we're probably going to keep this, even though it might not be that useful so far. It is always smart to do the re-rolls and to see what you can get. I'm kind of happy with this, so I think we're going to keep it. So let's mature this baby. Mature. Bam. We now have a new baby, and this is going to be our miner. Now, obviously, what we need to do is equip this baby. So this baby is going to be able to get well, no longer a baby, sorry. Equip this noble, so that this noble is obviously going to be able to mine faster for us, mine quicker, and hopefully carry more. Now, let's address the first of those things first, which is one, let's get them all kitted out so that they can mine faster. So let's pop into Ha. Let's pop into Noble Equipment. And let's scroll down and find the Collier equipment. Bam, like so. Now, we have unlocked the uncommon equipment. Fantastic. We just did the research overnight, so now we can actually start to create uncommon equipment. The issue with that, of course, is that we do not have the amount of noble XP available, and it's quite a lot. But you can see here, the common ruby is what's used to create this equipment. The uncommon, or the boring equipment, the common equipment, doesn't require any of those things. But that is what the refined materials are used for. So the bronze, the ruby, the salt are used to create various types of equipment. For this particular one, uncommon Collier's equipment, we need rubies. However, we cannot do those uncommon yet since we do not have enough XP, but that is fine. We were just going to equip some basic common stuff now. Oh, we really need some more XP. What happened to all my XP? That's fine. All right. Okay. You're going to do me like that. I see. That's fine. We're going to pop in here. We're just going to give them, what did we give them? A helmet? Bam. No, that's not it. What was it? What did we make for them? Did we make a helmet? Oh, wait a second. Let's go back. I thought we made something. Noble equipment. Collier's equipment. Collier's armor. I'm pretty sure we just made that, no? Inventory. Noble equipment. Collier equipment. Yeah, it's there. Common Collier's armor. Okay. What did I miss? Why have I missed that? Why can't I equip that? Because I didn't even click on the armor, did I? I'm an idiot. I'm sorry. There we go. Okay, so common Collier's there. Swap this out. Okay, and we can see here that that is going to give us 2% mine defense. So if we do get attacked while we're being mined, we're going to have a little bit of extra defense, and 2% load protection. So again, if we do get attacked while we're mining, nobody's going to steal as much. Let's also level this lady up. I do believe we should have, now what does this take? Industry merits, we should have quite a lot. We've got 68, that's not too many. But we do have the common rubies, again, this is needed. And this is what we get those things for. Okay, we're going to need a lot of industry merits, so we're going to do a lot more mining, basically, but that's alright. Let's level up this player as well. And each time we do, we can see we're increasing various things. Mining defense, mining rate, and experience gain in the industry, the things that we're kind of super important about, for super focused on. Mining rate is going up. Bam, bam, bam. Luckily, we've got a lot of this XP saved up, which is great. Now that is level 10. Fantastic. Obviously, we can't go further until we unlock more of these talents here and get the level up person. That is fine. Now, Chelsea Guild here is ready, but Chelsea needs to be assigned an army so they can do something. So let's actually have a look at the current armies we have. Now we have Janeth here, who is a knight, and then we have Ira, who is not a captain, if I don't remember rightly. Ira is an explorer. So that is enough of Ira. We're going to disband Ira's army. We do that just simply by clicking up there. Disband, bam. Ira is gone. Screw you, Ira. Now we're going to make a new army, and this is going to be our mining army. What we need to do is we need to find Chelsea. Is this Chelsea? That's Chelsea Guild there. Select, bang. Boom. Okay, fantastic. Now, we have to assign some troops to Chelsea in order for her to complete the mining. Now, units. Basically, guys, these guys are all pretty similar, except that they have separate or different amounts they can carry. We can see that simply by clicking on the little guy here, malicious swordsman. And if we click on here, we can see that the swordsman can carry three things at a time. If we click on the little archer here and we click here, we can see that the archer can carry three things at a time. But if we click on the cavalry there, we can see the cavalry can carry 12 things at a time, which makes it the best carrier in the game. So basically, we need to be able to assign a load of cavalry to this guy. Now, unfortunately for us, cavalry is actually a little bit expensive, and we don't have as many as I would hope. We should have some, but I would rather assign them to the champion than, I guess, to her. So what we're going to do here is we're going to just pop, who have I got the most of? These guys. Malicious swordsman, malicious swordsman, malicious swordsman, like so. Okay, so that's all assigned. Obviously, we would prefer for all of them to be cavalry, but at the moment we don't have enough cavalry for that, so we're just going to leave it like that. I am currently training as many cavalry as I can, but that's all fine. We also need to give these guys some equipment, so let's get that done. We need 3 swords and 3 tunics. Let's get those all made up as well. Bam. Battalion equipment, weapons and ammo, sword there, craft. We do have uncommon. Ooh, wait a second, I forgot that. We did open the uncommon, didn't we? So what can they use? Iron short swords? Let's do that. Bam. That's 8% damage. Ooh, fantastic. Bam. 2. Craft. Bam. 3. Lovely. Okay, go back. Then we need some of the armor. Armor. There we go. And I guess, well, we can do any of these things, I think. Wait, no. Some of them will be health to troops, such as cavalry, swordsmen or lancers. Iron chainmail. I think that's the one we want. I like the look of that. Oh, wait a second. What's that one? Frost iron. That's for archers or axemen. This is for cavalry. And that's for swordsmen. I think we want to go the iron chainmail. I like the look of that the most. Craft one of those. Craft 2 of those. Craft 3 of those. Fantastic. Okay. That said, we'll probably put the cavalry somewhere. So let's get some cavalry stuff going on as well. Is this the one used for cavalry? It is. So craft one of those. Excellent. All right. Pop back. Back into the armies. Back to Chelsea. And then here we can simply go, ooh, lovely. We're going to have to do this for all of our guys, remember? Which I will do not on camera because it's going to take ages to upgrade all of the armies. But let's pop all this here, like I saw. Bam, and we will upgrade all of those as we go as well. Next, we need to assign a champion. Now, this is going to be super important because these champions are going to be able to help us mine even faster. Now, we currently have 2 mining champions. You can see they have the little mining pickaxe symbol up there, which is great. We have Walter and we have Ralph. Ralph is obviously a common and Walter is a rare, so we're going to be using Walter. You can see massively there is a 30% increase in mining capacity and a 30% increase in mineral mining rate, which is great. So we're definitely going to assign Walter here, and then we're going to give Walter those horsemen that we couldn't use before, like so, because then we can carry as much as we possibly can. The horsemen are going to need a sword and a shield, so let's go back and make those 2. Like a here, and a here, and a here, and a here. Craft. Okay, and then a shield, which is here. I said here. There we go. Iron shield. Craft one of those. Fantastic. Go back, back, back. Armies. Chelsea. Bam. One of those. And one of those. Excellent. Now, obviously, we can also see that Walter there does have the capacity to be upgraded. So let's click on a Walter here, down here, and let's have a look at him in all his glory. Hello, Walter. How you doing? He's rare, 30%. Now, I have been saving up a little of the XP, not upgrading anybody else, so we can probably just go bam, 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 Ooh, lovely. So now we're up to 45%. We can continue to do that. I might leave it since I think at the moment Walter only has 27 of 108 shards needed in order to upgrade him to the next level. And I do have a couple of other rare guys, like this guy is nearly halfway to collecting all the shards, so I'd rather upgrade him first. That's more likely what's going to happen, so we'll probably focus on this dude over here instead of Walter. But that's also already got Walter up to a 48%, I think it was, or 45%, which is absolutely fantastic. Now, let's get some mining done. Bam, 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 bam. If we pop back up here and click on here, I said click on here, like so, and then if we go mine, what we should hopefully see, so currently just Finnegan, who has, standard troop supplied, nobody special, nothing, he's not a Collier, he's just a captain. 2040, 1800 per hour, and if we scroll down to Chelsea here, we can see that she can carry 2,733, which would be a lot more if we had more cavalry around, which we will focus on now, training a lot of cavalry in order to fill Chelsea's armies up. But it's also 2,070 per hour, which is a good 270 more per hour faster, which is great. And those are the effects of the equipment she has and the champion that's assigned to her. And obviously her traits and her level in general. So what we really want to be doing is getting Chelsea mining as much as humanly possible so that she's going to be able to level up and become a mining god, a god of the pick, so to speak, a pick god. Who's that? Jack Black. There we go. Mine. Done. Rock and roll. Relatively easy. What you need to be making sure that you're doing is that you're constantly mining. So, previously I've said before, my top 5 tips, you should be constantly attacking. You should be constantly exploring small dungeons. You should also be constantly mining. There's enough things in this game to do on a daily basis that you should just be kind of constantly doing bits and pieces, attacking things, getting your miners to mine. All of this is necessary so that you get those combat, those merit badges. Let's have a look what they're called. I can't remember. These boys here. Combat merits, trade merits, captain merits, all of these things, industry merits for the mining, all of those things are you need in order to upgrade the talents of your nobles, and that will then allow them to level up, and it will give them better buffs and all of that kind of stuff. It's basically the kind of one of the main aims of the game is to constantly be doing those things. So just to recap, we mine bronze, salt and ruby currently. There are some other things that will come, sapphire and such a things. We refine those here in the refining thing. We use those refined materials to create better equipment. Obviously, having researched that equipment first, we then can assign champions and better battalions to our Collier noble. The Collier basically is a miner, specification. I don't know what word I was trying to say there. And we mine and we continue the process like that. I hope that's explained a little bit about how that works. If you haven't bred or making a baby's a Collier noble yet, make sure you get onto it because it is going to be very, very useful. You're going to need enormous amounts of this material without a doubt when equipment is going to cost 10 to 20 bronze just at a basic level. You can see here how much raw stuff I have. Quite a lot of raw stuff because of the refining cooldown. We just have to kind of wait. Anyway, I hope that's helped. If you want to know anything more about this game, you've got any kind of things that you're a little bit confused about, and you want me to kind of have a read and maybe try and explain it a little bit more clearer on the YouTubes, let me know down below. If you have any questions, let me know. As I said, if you want to join my alliance, come. I do think it's quite hard. Obviously, when you start, you're on certain servers. Those servers are called shards. And you can see your shards up here, like a account. You can see I'm in shard SO42. So if you're... you have to be below, I think, level... Sorry, I've still got a bit of the COVID going on. Below level 9 and you haven't moved any at all before, you can actually kind of teleport over and join me. However, if you are a higher level, I don't know how you do that. I don't think you can. But if you're in this shard, S042, then please feel free to join me. If you don't, that's fine. I would probably join another alliance if I don't see a few people around. And that's all good and happy. It is there. It is kind of... I didn't realize how hard it was to teleport to this server. to transfer to this server when I set up my alliance. So then when I invited people to come and join me, I was like, oh, wait a second. Actually, this might be a bit tricky for people. I don't think they can. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Catch you next time. Make sure you eat some cheese and be good to each other. Bye.